Hernandez, President and Founder of HFTP Future Entrepreneurs. I'd like to welcome you to our first spring semester meeting, our first conference. Really appreciative for the opportunity to be a part of an organization with huge ambitions to advance professionalism and leadership skills for the whole student body, and we plan to do it with a swagger. I want to start by introducing myself. I was born and raised in Tampa, Florida. My mom taught me a work ethic at a young age, and I took that with me through high school, where I built 4 years of culinary art experience under chefs Eddie and Lourdes Wachowski. I took the many life lessons they had bestowed upon me to the CIA in upstate New York. Fast forward 4 more years, and I'm a senior here in the undergraduate program at the beautiful Biscayne Bay campus of FIU. I'm 22 years old, and I'm hungry. I want to learn everything from everyone, and I want to travel everywhere. I realized that if I want to gain the connections, finance skills, business acumen to reach success, that actions needed to be taken. I mean, we all know that in the hospitality industry, it's kind of tough to earn a very high income. So what you have to do is you have to make multiple streams of revenue. So by doing this, if you want to do this, basically you have to become skilled in multiple facets. Between speaking with the wise mentors here and like-minded colleagues, the concept of HFTP Future Entrepreneurs was born. Now, I'm going to start with the first division, which is HFTP. I have it displayed up here on the website. It stands for Hospitality, Finance, and Tech Professionals. It's a well-established global organization that promotes professional growth in all phases. They have an immense professional network, industry-leading events, such as High Tech that you got in your mailbox. It's by the way, High Tech, here, can I see that really quick? Just to show you guys, this will fire you guys up. It's a conference that happens every year in Austin. And basically people from all over the world go to it, and it's a huge opportunity for networking and just learning what's up to date, what's current in this industry. So that happens every year in June in Austin. And as HFTP members, you all have the opportunity to go and be a part of this. So that's one of the events that they do. They have esteemed designations, which I'm going to go over in just a moment, and educational opportunities, obviously, for all the members. They also do student chapters, and there's a little page going on that. This is basically us. Many students, like myself, or some of my colleagues, or you, were registered under the chapters of other universities, which makes no sense. I think I'm under UF, but I'm not going to go to Gainesville anytime soon to be a part of their group. So that's why the initiative of starting the HFTP here and now is a great move. With bringing HFTP to FIU, we hope to bring these same unique opportunities to our own student body, which adds to the many perks of being a student at what I consider to be at the pinnacle of hospitality management programs in the nation. We will start by running study groups for the CHAE and CHTP designations. CHAE, that stands for Certified Hospitality Account Executive, shows competency in hospitality accounting. Pablo Simon will be teaching this class. He's a CHAE himself. He knows everything that's on the exam, and what we're going to do is do a curriculum sometime this summer, and it's going to be once a week. Any students that are interested in taking the exam, I suggest that you show up and learn what he has to say, and then pass it with flying colors. I'm going to be there, so my colleagues will be there, and we're going to just learn together. We're all going to have questions, and we're going to basically, you know how it goes. It takes more than one, I think, to excel. And that's the finance side. We also have the CHTP designation. Dale Gomez, our second advisor, is going to be speaking about this one and teaching us. He's also a CHTP, so he can proctor the exam. That stands for Hospitality, or Certified Hospitality Tech Professional. And just like the CHAE, it's known around the world. Once you complete these certifications, you can add this to your business card, just like you would see PhD for a doctor, or CMC, Certified Master Chef, things like that, or Certified Executive Chef. You can be Jonathan Mendez, CHTP. And I think that's pretty fresh. All right. We're also planning on having volunteer opportunities available to those who are interested in putting themselves out there and representing what we do. But it doesn't stop there. Like I said, HFTP is only the first division of our organization, and our second division adds even more to the equation. I'd like to start by introducing our vice president and founder as well, and a great friend of mine, Jordan Hamilton. He's going to speak to you about Future Entrepreneurs, which is our exciting program that we're going to run alongside HFTP.
All right, everyone. I've talked to most of you about coming to this meeting, and I'm really excited that you're here. Again, my name is Jordan Hamilton, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm very excited to start this organization because it brings like-minded individuals like ourselves together, and there's a lot of reasons that we started the Future Entrepreneurs. So the reasons for starting this chapter is the demand for an organization like this. I think it's needed because, in the back of my head, starting at the school, I've always wanted to know about stocks. I've always wanted to know about investing in the stock market. I've always wanted to know what's going to make me more money down the road for my family, my kids' things like that. I'm thinking about that, and I know a lot of you are as well. It's also a creative creative outlet for all of us. I like to learn about things, and all these guys, and you do, and this is a great way for us to share those ideas and be motivated by each other. Yassine is actually going to talk about a box where you write something that you're interested in knowing about, and we're going to get around to exploring it, studying it, and talking about it. So about the program. My associates and I are going to run this organization like a business. There's a president, there's a vice president, there's a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. We have head of marketing and head of human resources. And what we're trying to do with that is, let's say I'm an entrepreneur and I have a great idea, right? I want to own my own business, I want to be a millionaire and employ thousands of people. But what am I going to do to get here? Well, we have these guys, and in a business, you do the same thing. How are people going to get to know about you? That's why we have our marketing guy. How are new ideas going to be come up with? That's president and vice president. What about your accounting? What about certain things that you have to know if you're going to start a business? That's our CFO. And we like the idea of that because we're in school now, and it's good practice for us now. But when we're in the real world after we graduate, I think that it's going to benefit us knowing each other and having this opportunity to get used to it. All right, so let's get down to it. HFTP, Future Entrepreneurs. John explained what HFTP stands for and the tests involved. There's 2 of them, and they show competence in technology and accounting. And hey, it looks great on your resume. It might get you a job down the road. What we also offer is the Future Entrepreneurs, right? And that's kind of what I just talked about. More specifically, I'm setting the foundation for what we're going to be talking about in the future. So we're going to teach you how to invest in the stock market step by step. We're going to teach you how to invest in real estate and everything involved with the contracts, how important certain aspects of it can be. We want to make everyone residual income. No matter if you're a chef in the hospitality industry, we want you to have residual income from multiple different industries because that's how it needs to be. You can do what you love, but you might not get paid enough doing it. So what we're doing is we're offering an alternative and something that can help you out as individuals. Also, e-commerce. I watched this show called Shark Tank, and I love it. And a couple of those guys are really into e-commerce, and I wasn't really into it. I'm like, okay, so what's this about? So I read a couple books on it, and there's something called an affiliate site, and I can actually teach you guys how to make money by starting your own website and getting traffic from people searching for specific things. We're going to go through that step by step, and I promise you that you'll be making money with that. You'll be making money with the stock market, and like I said, I will walk you step by step through each thing that you need to be an investor. When we help, our meetings are the first Thursday of every month. I may have mentioned that, may have not. But our next meeting, which will be March the first Thursday of March. We're going to be talking about, like I said, we're going to start with the stock market, and hopefully we're going to have a lot more people here, and we're going to make sure everyone is set on that. We're going to get as many student members as we can, so we can do fundraisers, things along those lines. We're also going to talk about investing. What's a good investment? It doesn't matter what industry you're in, and how to value a company correctly. Those are really important things that you have to know if you're going to invest in anything. I don't care what it is. And we're going to learn about that stuff together. And the five of us, we can think of anything. We can come up with anything, and you can as well. So I'm really excited to go through that. All right. Now, I'd like everyone in this room to close your eyes, please. Picture this. You have a burning desire for success, but you have yet to capitalize on it. You are finally able to start a small company around an idea that you've had for so long. You start to see your efforts at work, and the money starts to trickle in. You're finally able to take that dream vacation that you've always wanted. Send your kids to the right school. Put a down payment on a brand new house. Entrepreneurs, open your eyes. Now, I can't promise you a new house, but my associates and I can promise you the network, the knowledge, and the motivation to go wherever you desire. So I'm really happy that you're at our meeting today, and we're hoping that you can bring at least 2 people with you the first Thursday of March. Now I'm going to let Yassine talk a little bit about speakers that we're bringing in, new exciting things. So thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Yassine. I'm originally from Morocco. I'll tell you a little bit about my background. I came here to the States about 6 years ago, where I have done part of my high school here, which I have blended a little bit more about with the American market and the European, African kind of thing. I come from a family background that we have a family business, which is 45 years old. I'm the 3rd generation son. I am the area manager for the East Coast, which we usually do a lot of trade shows and all exhibitions, conferences, and all of that. We're doing cosmetics, and also we do the hotel aspect, which is the hotel toiletries, all those small shampoos, small soaps, and so on and so forth. So being able to have that kind of experience from my family, it gives me such a pleasure to come here today and tell you a little bit more about it, because there's some things that school cannot teach us. There's things that school cannot teach us. There's things that your family or your friend that has business values or business skills that will talk to you about, and you'll get more interested. So what we're trying to do here is basically trying to come up with different solutions for young people like us that wants to make a business, that wants to create a company, that wants to fulfill dreams. As you guys see all this Instagram and Facebook and all that, you see a lot of people being rich from the next day to the other. Facebook, Instagram, all those different young people that have a small idea. What they did, they didn't have enough experience. They went through, of course, a lot of mistakes. But guess what? Those mistakes make you powerful. Those mistakes, you learn from them. And day after another, you try to make it the best out of it. That's happy. You can see all those guys. So here the thing is, we want to be able to show you guys how it's easy to go under your wing. Try to figure out what you want to do in life. Try to figure out all kinds of things that you're interested in, that you can bring to our talks and everything, which I'm gonna come up to this discussion of the box. There's a box that we thought of for every single meeting. We thought of for members that are here that have any interest, any subject, howsoever, any business that they have, any idea, they can slide it into that box. We'll get around all together and we'll try to find a solution for you guys. So, for example, if we can find a speaker that can help you get through your ideas, all kinds of different things that we can help you with and you can help us with. Also, I wanted to make sure that we are on the page. It's not only the American market that we're looking in. We're looking at also the international market, how to deal with Arabic people, how to deal with Chinese people, how to deal with all kinds of different personalities that school will not teach you. It's culture differences that we can try to get to know and all that stuff, because guess what? The next day you go to China, you want to go to Dubai, and all that stuff. They have all kinds of dress codes. They have all kinds of, how to say hi to everybody. It's really different. For example, in Asia, you don't give a regular card just like that. You have to give a card in a very specific way. which is, it gives such a respect. So for example, in Asia, you have to give your card like this and incline a little bit. It's a show of respect, it's a show of modesty. And also, what I want to talk about is we'll have, try to bring enough interesting speakers for you guys, all kinds of different speakers, real estate. We'll try to find actual business owners that struggled like us from the beginning, from the childhood, and they can come here and try to explain us their situations, how did they made it, even though it was very tough, very hard. Back then, there was no internet howsoever, but they still found a solution, they still found action, because every problem has a solution. It's a matter of seeing it from a different angle. Also, after I did some of my high school here, I joined in a Sofitel hotel, which is a luxury French hotels. It's spread all over the world. And I had the chance to work for them as an intern at the beginning, but afterwards they wanted me to stay with them. But what I've done is, I've got interest to the company. So I started looking up, what is Sofitel, what is Accor, which is the values, what is the difference between this hotel and this hotel, why are they that good? So those kind of curiosity made me excel in my job. And by excelling, people are looking over you and always think of something. Whatever you do, there's always people looking behind you, and you always want to look good, dress-wise or however you act. So those kind of things, we'll try to talk more about it as we go. So the Sofitel experience was very fun for me, because every time there was somebody that called sick in a department, I used to fill in for them because I wanted to learn about the department. For example, concierge. I have lived here for quite some time. I can tell tourists where to go. So I decided to go and, take a deep breath. I have never done concierge in my life. I said, you know what? I'll try it, because I'll just try it. It's hard, but whatever it is, I'll try to do it. And if it's good, it's good. If it's not good, I'll learn from it. So here's the concierge, the opportunity of concierge. I took it. The opportunity of a front desk agent missed he couldn't come. He was sick, and we had a shortage. As you guys know, in Miami, sometimes we always looking for people. It's seasonal and all of that. So I started covering for front desk, room service, a restaurant, bar, and all of that. And at some point, when I got enough knowledge of all of that, I was 19 years old. My managers saw in me that I had capability of being a manager or supervisor. So at 19 years old, I was supervisor of 4 departments. Restaurant, bar, the Starbucks that we had, and the room service. And those operations are extremely hard, but I got to learn from it because I had an interest and I wanted to know all kinds of those things. So, yeah. Thank you for your time.
So I just want to give the credit back to Yassine and all the other gentlemen here. Can you just give them one more round of applause? Well, the great thing about this is, like Yassine explained, the great thing about the future entrepreneur sector of this group is that although, like he was talking about, school can teach us a lot of stuff about business. Us in our own right have always been exposed to businesses and have been entrepreneurs in our own right. So we're here to provide you with, realistic and information that you can go ahead and apply to your lifestyle. Whether he's, like Jordan said, whether you're a chef or a business owner, what it is, we're going to give you little jewels of information that you can implement into your own lifestyle to create, the freedom and the type of capabilities the way we want to live. So. Before I hop into the information, my job is just to explain a little bit, expound a little bit more what Jordan was talking about, entrepreneurship. But just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a student at FIU. I'm a finance major, and I actually used to live in Miami in Aventura. But when I was about 6 or 8, I moved to West Palm Beach. So I actually still live in West Palm Beach, but I drive here about 2 to 3 times a week. Outside of school, I spoke to this gentleman before. I used to have my own clothing business. I'm also, a broker for multiple industries like telecom, energy, and things of that nature. So before we hop into this, I just want to tell you guys, we want to go over what exactly is an entrepreneur. I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but by definition, by the Merriam-Webster dictionary, an entrepreneur is one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risk of a business or enterprise. Now, what I'm going to talk about is a little bit more. I'm going to expand into more of that, my personal experience of what an entrepreneur is. Now, I believe an entrepreneur is comprised of 2 things. You have a purpose of being an entrepreneur, and you have an objective. Now, why somebody might want to become an entrepreneur is because one of the pros would be to express your creativity. Like Yassine was talking about, like all these gentlemen were talking about, as an entrepreneur, you have the opportunity to use your creativity, use your vision of an idea and bring it to life. you're able to, it doesn't matter if through networking, through capital or whatever, you can bring whatever idea you have, I have an idea of starting a clothing company or this sort of business or that sort of business. And through hard work and dedication, you could bring it to life, which leads me to another thing, is through that you can create, a lifestyle of time freedom, financial freedom. As opposed to being, working for an employee, working as an entrepreneur, working for yourself, I find that you're able to live a more limitless lifestyle. I personally have had a lot of entrepreneurial mentors, growing up and stuff. And not to bash jobs or anything, but they'd always tell me things like job stands for two things. Job stands for just over broke, jumping out of bed, jumping over bills. They always tell me you have to BYOB, build your own business, be your own boss, be an entrepreneur. Because with that, what you're able to have leverage, you're able to express your own ideas and creativity freely without having to depend upon somebody else. Now, another thing about being an entrepreneur, a pro, is that you're able to provide a sense of self-fulfillment by creating value in the marketplace, helping other people out, networking, because my father always told me, a few things. It's not money that makes money, it's people that make money. So you're able to help other people out, you're able to bring value to the marketplace, change other people's life. Think of the great entrepreneurs like Mark Cuban or Bill Gates, the value they brought, not necessarily the money they made. But that's the reason that they've been able to be million dollar earners and billion-dollar earners, because of the value they've been able to bring to the marketplace. Next thing I just want to quickly run over is an objective as an entrepreneur, which I kindly just went over, sort of just went over before, is the self-fulfillment, bringing value to the marketplace. It's all about, being philanthropic and bringing value to the society and the world. And the second objective is, of course, making money. Because we can agree, money isn't everything, but it does rank up there with oxygen. It's a driving force to every business. You can be a successful entrepreneur. You might be an entrepreneur that creates shoes, but you can be a broke shoemaker, or you can be a Gianni Versace. So our job is just to, not necessarily make you guys Gianni Versace's, but just show you guys, the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur, and learning these entrepreneurial skills so you can implement them in your life. So another thing I want to go over is, aside from the creativity of being an entrepreneur, is that an entrepreneur must be somebody that has a strong and solid vision of what they believe in. Because being an entrepreneur, it's all about having conviction. Because I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Being an entrepreneur is not easy, because you're going to go through a lot of negativity, a lot of no's. A lot of people aren't going to believe in your vision. But it's important as an entrepreneur that you have the conviction, you have the belief, you have the vision that other people won't have. Sometimes to do the impossible, you have to see what other people don't see. That's your own vision, your own confidence. And I just want to tell you guys that I see personally a lot of people don't achieve their dreams and live out their expectations they have in life of maybe starting this business or starting that business, because they go through that rejection of people telling them it's not going to work, or why are you doing this? Think of all the people that Bill Gates, when he invited into his first meeting to show his guys his technology he was going to bring to the world. Think of how many people said, "Oh no, you're crazy. You could never do that." Now look what he's doing. Look what he's worth. I just want to leave you guys read you guys a quick inspirational quote that kind of touched me by this one of my mentors named Les Brown, that in regards to having a strong belief in yourself and going through the no's and the rejections. It goes something like this: the graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take the first step. Keep with your problems or determined to carry out your dreams. So that was by one of the people that really inspired me, Les Brown. And I just want to talk to you guys how important it is for you guys to take up the skill of entrepreneurship right now, while you guys are young. Because right now we have the energy, especially us being in school, in college, we have the capability to network with our peers, like-minded individuals that have dreams, that have aspirations, that have goals, of having financial freedom, having time freedom. Because, through this business, or not through this business, through this meeting, through these entrepreneur groups, we have the opportunity to meet with people from all walks of life. People that are, maybe they're finance majors or biology majors, and everybody knows somebody. So, this group is a great opportunity to network with people. Like Jordan said, we're going to learn a lot more about logistics, like the stock market and real estate and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. And I just want to bring up Jonathan. He's going to go ahead and close it out. You know, this guy I've known for a short period of time. But I can tell you all these guys are great, like-minded individuals, and we're all going to be at the top. So.
Hey, let me get just one more for Edward, because I feel like he's a powerful speaker. He brings a lot of value to the table. And that's why I think he's going to be a major cog in the machine that we have going. But I'd just like to conclude by thanking the executive board, first of all, which is the core backbone of the organization. I'd like to formally thank our advisors, who are Pablo and Dale Gomez, who are putting themselves out there openly and enthusiastically participating with our vision. I'd like to thank FIU's deans and staff who motivate us to make moves on a daily basis. Thank you. Thanks to all of you who have watched the presentation today. And last of all, thanks to all of you who are eager to join us and make this happen, for all of us, but most importantly, for yourself. I hope to see many students grow professionally, and I'm eager to meet and work with all of you. Please follow us on Instagram at HFTP Future. Leave us your names, emails, phone numbers, and we'll get you in. We're going to be doing a bi-weekly newsletter called Future Now. It'll just keep you updated with things like stock picks of the week. We're gonna have quotes on there, some motivational quotes, any events that we're doing, and also, like he said about the suggestion box, that we're gonna have topics to discuss. Whenever we send these out, we're gonna be outlining what the next topic of discussion is, and also what speaker we'll be featuring to speak about these topics. And yeah, that'll be all. Thank you very much.
Do you guys mind if I just say a couple of things?
Absolutely. Dean Hampton, everyone.
It's inspiring to hear what these guys just had to say. I wasn't sure what to expect when I walked into the room. But these kinds of initiatives couldn't be more important. And for you guys, there couldn't be a better time for you to be preparing to go out into industry. The opportunities that are going to be out there for you are absolutely amazing if you do all the right things. And just going to class and getting a degree is not going to make you any different from everybody else that graduated. So your involvement in organizations like this, setting yourselves apart by developing capabilities and skills that you don't necessarily get in the classroom, is going to be instrumental in helping you to position and be more attractive to industry when you're ready to move out into the real world. So I applaud them for taking the initiative. John told me that you guys were getting together today, and so I'm very excited. And whatever we can do from the Dean's office to help support that, we're happy to do so. If you haven't met him yet, there's Dean Lease. He's our Associate Dean for Academics. He's working on all of our curriculum and faculty issues. And then everybody should know Dean Angelo right there, who has been an institution here at FIU. In fact, it's his fault that I'm here. He was my advisor whenever I came to FIU in 1980 to do the master's program here. So are you that old? Can you believe it? Okay, now why are you guys here? That was what I was thinking when I was sitting over there. Is why are the four of you here?
I just learn more about anything about this industry. Anything that I can get involved with, I want to, just that direction, get advance my degree, just knowledge. Knowledge is power. I've been told that since day birth,
It's true. It's very true.
And connections.
Here. That's great.
Connections.
We got to get more women involved. We have more women than men in our student body, so we should see that representation in this kind of meeting.
Well, I personally just abide by the values that they have and like the ideas that they have. It's sort of what I want to do with my life. So it's something that quickly just interests me, and I was like, I'm here. So I'm just eager to learn from them and share whatever ideas we may have and see what we can do. Definitely want to be part of the team, so I'm excited.
Good.
I'm here because of Edward. Networking, I feel like you can have a great idea, but if you don't know the right people to maybe help you invest, start it up, it just may never happen. So I'm a true believer in networking, and I came here because I'm interested in owning things. I feel the real top earners in America, you have to own something, because really, if you don't, you're probably paying someone else. So why don't you have that whole street on monopoly? So yeah, I want to network. I just want to learn more because I definitely want to get into stocks, owning property, just making residual income.
there's a truth in it's as much who you know as what you know. So building that network, the more you're out there and integrated in industry, developing contacts, but finding mentors that can help guide you through the process, not necessarily hire you, but to help you when you're thinking about how you're going to move through your career track is really important. So that's good.
Similar to what you three touched upon, what you just said, networking. I have Jordan in my accounting class, and he spoke in front of our class and brought this entrepreneur group up, and it sounded interesting. I've worked in the restaurant, I've been a bartender, I've been a bar manager, I've been MOD, I've worked in the kitchen, I've ran the front of the house, worked in the back of the house, and I also have my own business on the side. And this just struck a chord with me as something I should come sit on, at least give it a shot and try and network and meet who I can, and hear what everyone else has to bring to the table, and their career goals and their path just seem very interesting.
So you're doing all the right things already. That's great.
Yeah, I like to think so, but there's always something out there you don't know, you haven't done, you haven't tried, something you haven't met.
I have to tell you, it made me a little nervous whenever I first came in, because seeing that shirt.
Yeah, I know, I kind of feel it.
And I'm an FSU grad, so it made me even more nervous.
My girlfriend would love you. She was, oh my gosh, she was a cheerleader at Florida State for 4 years.
Well, yeah, one of the things that, when he was talking about entrepreneurship, I was sharing with Dr. Leese this morning, we have some of our students that are here that are doing some pretty amazing things. And we have alums who are out there that have been awesome at their entrepreneurial ventures. Just today, we had Leslie Kaplan here, who has a business where she's developing, what are the, whoopie cakes? Whoopie pies. Whoopie pies. Whoopie pies. And they're gluten-free and something else free, or dairy-free. And so she's developed the product. She's already in 10 different Whole Food stores, and she's moving aggressively to get out into the marketplace. And so you've got good models of people that are out there doing something. Oh, there you go. All right, super. Yeah. We have graduate students that are here right now. Samuel Kellerstein just got back from about 10 days in Italy. He's learning how to develop his own gelato business. So he's going to be up and running very soon. And with all the tropical fruits we've got here in South Florida, tropical fruit pectins integrated into the gelato, a unique product, there we go. There are many, many other examples. So you guys are taking the right track. And I'm sure that these guys are going to be very resourceful in helping you to get your thinking going about how to make your own ideas very successful. But as the dean of the program, I want to applaud you for being here and taking this initiative. It's terrific. And to these guys for making it all come together.
Thank you.